In this video, I'm going to be making a washcloth using the waffle stitch. You're going to start out by chaining in multiples of 3 and then adding 2. So make your slip knot. And chain in multiples of 3. I'm going to chain 18. 18 will make a pretty small washcloth. I would recommend doing 24 or 27 to get a normal sized one. I now have my multiples chain, and now I'm going to chain 2. The waffle stitch just uses double crochets. So we are going to put a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yarn over, insert your hook into that 4th chain, yarn over. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. That's your first double crochet. And now you're going to place a double crochet in each of these stitches all the way to the end. So yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. So go ahead and place a double crochet in each of the remaining stitches, and I will meet you at the end of this row. I have one more double crochet to do in this row. And now we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. This chain 2 counts as our first double crochet in this next row. Now we are going to front post double crochet in the next stitch. To front post double crochet, you're going to yarn over, and instead of going through the top of the stitch like you normally do for a regular double crochet, we are going to go around the post right here. That's the post that we're going to go around right here. So yarn over, insert your hook under that post, and come back through the other side, and yarn over and pull through and go up and around. And now double crochet like normal. See how it raises that stitch up? And now we're going to double crochet like normal in the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And go into the next stitch, so we should have 1 front post double crochet, 2 regular double crochets, and now we're going to do another front post double crochet in the next stitch. So yarn over, go under this post, yarn over, pull through and come up and around, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. You can kind of see here the front post double crochet, the 2 regular double crochets, and then the last front post double crochet. You can see the texture. And now we're just going to repeat this pattern to the end of this row. So yarn over, double crochet in the next stitch, yarn over, double crochet in the next stitch, and yarn over and front post double crochet, and then one double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2, and front post double crochet in the next. Go around that post, yarn over, pull through. You want to be sure to pull up and around and get to the top of that stitch, and then finish double crocheting. So keep repeating that pattern. You're going to put a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and then you're going to front post double crochet in the next. Keep repeating that until you get to your last 2 stitches of the row, and I will meet you there. I now have 2 stitches left in this row. The last stitch looks a little funny because that's actually your turning chain. That was your chain 2 from the previous row, but we're counting that as a stitch. So we're going to front post double crochet in this second to last stitch. And now we're going to double crochet in the very last stitch. And that is what we have so far. Now we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. This chain 2 counts as the first double crochet. So now we're going to double crochet in the next stitch right there. So yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And now we're going to front post double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Let's go around that post, yarn over, pull up, and double crochet. And do the same for the next one. Yarn over, go around that post, yarn over, pull back through, and double crochet. And now we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. And front post double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Pretty much we're doing the opposite of what we did the first row. Front post double crochet, and 1 double crochet in the next. And now front post double crochet in the next 2, Front post double crochet again. Be sure to go around that post, yarn over and pull through and up, and then double crochet. So we're going to put a double crochet in the next stitch and then front post double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and keep repeating that pattern until you get to the last stitch in this row, and I will meet you there. I now only have 1 stitch left in this row. It looks a little funny because it's your turning chain from the previous row. So we're going to place a double crochet in the top of that stitch. This is what we have so far, and now we can start seeing a lot of the texture in this pattern. So now we're going to chain 2 to go to the next row. Turn your work. This chain 2 counted as our first double crochet. So now we're going to front post double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to place a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2. And now we're going to front post double crochet in the next. Go under that post, yarn over, go back through, and come up and around, and then yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through, and double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2, and front post double crochet in the next. So keep repeating this pattern until you get to the last 2 stitches in this row, and I will meet you there. You should now have 2 stitches left in your row. You're going to front post double crochet in the second to last stitch. So yarn over, go through that post, yarn over, pull through and up and around, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. And now we're going to double crochet in the top of that last stitch. Now that we have several rows done, you can really start seeing the texture in this pattern. It is such a beautiful stitch. So to finish this, you're just going to keep repeating the rows 3 through 4. To go on to the next row, we're going to chain 2. Turn your work. We're going to double crochet in the next stitch. And we're doing the opposite of the previous round. We're going to front post double crochet in the next 2 stitches. There's number 1 and number 2. And now you'll double crochet in the next stitch. And front post double crochet in the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2. And double crochet in the next. Keep repeating this until you get to the last stitch in the row, and I will meet you there. I'm now at the last stitch in the row where we're going to place a double crochet. Now we'll front post double crochet in this next stitch. Now we'll double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2. And front post double crochet into the next. We're going to be putting a double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and then a front post double crochet in the next, and keep repeating that until you get to the last 2 stitches in this row, and I will meet you there. I now have 2 stitches left in this row. The second to last stitch, we're going to put a front post double crochet, and then in the very last stitch, we're going to place a double crochet in the top of that stitch. You will continue alternating the last 2 rows that we just did until you reach the desired height for your washcloth. Once you reach your desired height, you'll just finish off and weave in your ends. As you can see, the waffle stitch has a very pretty texture to it. I normally don't make the washcloth this small, but I wanted to be able to get this tutorial done for you. For washcloths, I normally chain 24 or 27 for my multiples chain, and then you would add 2 to that. I will have more information on this stitch on my blog. You can find my blog at averylanecreations.com/blog. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below and I will respond to you. Thank you for watching my video.